Namaste students. Let us recall the concepts of function. Yesterday I explained about the concept of function, subroutine, parameters and arguments. So today I explain the concept through the book. Before that we have to recall the concepts of function, subroutine, parameters. What is function? Function contains a set of code that works on many kinds of inputs like variance, expressions and produces a concrete output. So yesterday I explained with the example. So input we have to assign the x, process function f and the output we have to get the f of x. So this is the function, that is input is x, processor is the function f. So processing, that is the process what you are given the input, it can be processed, then it can produce the output f of x. What is subroutine? Subroutine is nothing but it is a set of code, it can be used to perform a particular task. So whenever we need a code, we can call it number of times in a program, that is called as subroutine. Sometimes subroutines are also called as functions in the programming language, that is the subroutine concept. Next one, parameters and arguments. Parameter is nothing but parameters are the variables in a function definition and arguments are the values which are passed to the function definition. So yesterday I explained with the example parameter, that is variable x equal to 5. Here x is the variable, 5 that is the value that passed to the function definition, that is passed to the function definition, that is called argument. So 5 is the argument. Okay, now each and every lesson they are given the learning objectives. What is the learning objective? At the end of the lesson, what are the concepts you have learned? That is, in this lesson you are going to learn the concept, function specification, parameters and arguments, interface with implementation, pure function, side effects, impure function. Now we can go to the introduction part. So here what they are given in the introduction. What is function and how to use this function in the programming language, which and all we can say function in the program. If we use the function in the program, what changes it will make. Now look at the introduction. The most important criteria in writing and evaluating the algorithm is the time it takes to complete a task. To have a meaningful comparison of algorithm, the duration of computation time must be independent of the programming language, compiler and computer used. As you are aware that algorithms are expressed using statements of a programming language. If a bulk of statements to be repeated for many number of times, what concepts you have to use? Subroutines are used to finish the task. So what is the important thing here? While writing and evaluating the algorithm, the most important criteria in writing and evaluating the algorithm is the time it takes to complete a task. So the algorithm is the main thing. What do you mean by algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but it is a sequence of steps to perform a task. That is, it is a step-by-step instructions which is required to complete a task. Now I will show the example of algorithm, how to write the algorithm and example program also. Algorithm. What is the definition of algorithm? It is a sequence of steps to complete a particular task. So example, write an algorithm to add two numbers. That is to add two numbers. That is a question. That is your task. Now usually we can write the algorithm in a step by step. So step 1, start the algorithm, starting. Step 2, declare the variables. How many variables we need to write the program. So that variables you have to be declare. So here I am going to add two numbers only. So I need two variables, num1 and num2. What is the third one? Sum. Sum is also variable. Why I can declare the sum variable? because these two values I want to assign to this variable, that value it will, that is the answer, the result, it will be stored into the third variable sum. Step 3, read values num1 and num2. So now we are going to read the values. After assign the values, it wants to read the, no. So step 4, add num1 and num2. So what operator you have to use? That is the addition operator. So add num1 and num2 and assign the result to the sum. So what you get the result? It will be assigned to the result sum variable. Num1 plus num2 to which variable? Sum. It is stored into sum variable. Now step 5, display sum. So for example, num1 I assign the value 3 and num2 I assign the value 4. So 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. So display the, that is sum value is 7. Next, step 6, stop the algorithm.